Hi, and welcome to the College of Engineering and Computing, specifically the Computer Science, Software Engineering, Cybersecurity, and Quantum Computing Department. This presentation is on how to change your major to quantum computing if this is something you're interested in, or if you're just thinking about it. So, the process for this is you will watch this entire video and presentation, decide if you're interested in changing your major or adding a quantum computing major. If you decide that the quantum computing major is for you, follow all the steps in this video to get your major declared. You have to score at least a 10 out of 12 on the Canvas quiz after you listen to this video. You'll respond to a short answer question at the end. Planning your quantum computing courses. Here is a link to the flowcharts, which can be found on our Miami website. We have all of our majors and flowcharts on that website. The Bachelor of Science in Quantum Computing. This is a flowchart that shows you an example of how you will take your quantum computing classes and how each semester and year will take and look. You do not have to follow this specifically, but you do have to follow the arrows as they go from one class to the other. So I will give you some time to look at this flowchart and get familiarized with all of these classes to see if this is something you would do and be interested in changing your major to quantum computing. Okay, choosing the right courses. So you'll take both of your engineering courses, which are the intro courses, your CEC 111 and 112. 111 is offered in the fall, and 112 will be offered in the spring. CEC 111 and 112 do not have to be taking one after the other. You are able to take 112 in the spring, and then the following fall you can go back and take 111. Either order for these courses is fine. You'll have to pick the right programming course as well. So if you meet the math requirement of pre-calc or above, you are able to take CSE 174, followed by 271, and then 274. You will start out doing Python with your coding, and then you will continue on and learn Java. These courses are also available in the winter, spring, summer, and fall if you need to catch up. CYB 134 is also a class that you can take. It is Intro to Cybersecurity. You will pick the right math course based on your placement or previous math courses. You will have to take Math 151, followed by Math 231 and 251. You also will have to take other math classes as well, based on the flowchart that you saw in the previous slide. A typical schedule to start off as a quantum computing major could be and look like CEC 111, CYB 134, CSE 174, and Math 151. You can also add in some Miami Plan classes as well. This is just an example of some classes that you could take starting off in this major. Well, other classes, you might still need to take your English class. There are some science classes involved, like physics, chem, and bio that you can choose to take. You'll also have to take a stats class, 261 or 301, some Miami Plan classes that you haven't taken, and maybe there are some classes that you would like to take just for fun. Miami Plan electives, you might already know about these. You have to take an advanced writing, two social sciences, natural science electives, and so on and so forth. Here's a list of the Miami Plan electives that you eventually have to take and complete while you're here at Miami. You might have some AP credit. So if you have AP Calc credit, that could possibly give you Math 151 credit and Math 251. You might have taken Computer Science A, which could possibly give you credit for one of our programming classes as well, depending on your score. There are some other AP classes that could be beneficial to the quantum computing major, including physics, chem, bio, maybe an English, maybe a psychology class or history class, or some other Miami Plain credit that you might have gotten credit for. Credit, no credit versus letter grade. All courses in chemistry, physics, biology, mathematics, statistics, and those in the College of Engineering Computing, which contain CPB, CSE, CYB, ECE, EGM, MME, CEC, and QTM, which is quantum computing, that are all used to fulfill requirements of the major must be taken for a letter grade. Additionally, all courses used to fill CSE electives, CYB electives, quantum track requirements must be taken for a letter grade as well, regardless of the department in which the course is taken. So please keep that in mind. Quantum computing tracks. If you choose to do the quantum computing major, you will eventually have to choose a track. Listed are the different options that you can choose from: AI, cybersecurity, neuroscience, finance, life science, bioinformatics, and physics. You will meet with your academic advisor at some point to discuss your interest in which track best suits you. So, what's next? If you liked this presentation and you decide you want to add or switch to a quantum computing major, take the Canvas quiz that you've been added to. Follow the directions at the end of the quiz and how to contact CSE Advising to schedule your appointment. When you've scheduled your appointment, come prepared for your advising session, and we'll be happy to talk about next steps and your next semester schedule. Thank you.